Welcome back to the Fitness Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Micallef, and this show has been sponsored by Divine Physiques Coaching. So this episode was recorded live for my private client Facebook group, whereby every Monday morning at 7 a.m. I record a new topic for Mindset Mondays. On today's episode, I will be discussing the negative impact that a poor night's sleep can have against you if you are trying to release body fat. I discuss the link between your metabolism and your circadian rhythm, what goes wrong when you don't sleep enough, and what can go drastically right for your genetic potential when you make sleep just as much a priority with exercise and sound nutrition. Also, if you are feeling a little stressed out or overwhelmed with your current situation and are struggling to stick to a health and fitness journey, you might really enjoy my free 7-day mini mindset cheat sheet. Stay tuned until the end of the episode and I'll share that link with you and also more information on that. On that note, I hope you enjoy today's show. Good morning, everybody. So just quickly, I'm live on 2 devices this morning. I'm live on Facebook for my Facebook group and I'm also live on Instagram. So good morning to you. So if you are live this morning, please make sure that you drop a like, drop a heart, or a comment below. Let us know that you're here. Say good morning. Or if you are watching this back on the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments below so I know that you are present. All right, so first and foremost, I hope everyone had a great weekend and did something awesome this weekend. But this morning, I really wanted to dive a little bit into how poor sleep affects fat loss. So I think it's one of those topics that is taken for granted and there's not enough discussion, probably from a coach to client perspective, around the importance of sleep and the role of sleep and just how important it is. Now, I think we all know that, you know, if we've had a long day, the only thing we want to do is we want to get to bed, and that's absolutely fine. But, you know, today we're going to dig a little bit into the science behind how and why poor sleep affects you, and then how it directly is linked in with weight gain and your inability to lose weight. So quick little story around poor sleep and injury. So when I first started coaching, my sleep quality started to decrease because I was getting up super early, coming home super late, working till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and then getting back up at 4 a.m. and doing it all again. So that's when I started to pull the reins in and started to go to bed and get up at the same time every night and just shut the laptop down by, 8 p.m. the latest. Because what I was noticing is I was starting to get injured more and I was starting to feel a lot more DOMS. My body wasn't recovering as well. So I started to really prioritize sleep. And have done so for the last year and a bit now. So especially through this bodybuilding prep, I'm making a real effort to get over 7 hours a night. And, that for me is a real treasure because the nature of what we do for work, working the early mornings and the late nights. But, it can be done if the alarm is set early enough. And there's a huge difference between getting 5 hours sleep and getting 7 hours sleep. So if you are a person that struggles from sleep, let us know below. And I hope that this is of value to you today. So if you can hear the audio okay, give us a thumbs up. Make sure this is all good. Anyway, so there are 3 pillars to success on your weight loss muscle gain journey, okay? So those are exercise, nutrition, and sleep. So the reality is that we actually get stronger when we sleep, as that is when the actual recovery process takes place. So it's not while we are awake. It's as soon as we hit our head on the pillow and we fall asleep, that's when things start to happen. That's when the magic starts to happen. So if you are having a tough time losing weight or body fat, you may need to take a look at your sleep patterns. If your sleep is poor, then your efforts of good exercise and nutrition can be counterproductive. The reason for this is there is a direct link between your metabolism and your circadian rhythm, or your body clock as it's known. And studies have shown that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night are likely to eat more the next day. All right. So if you've ever gone to bed really late, or you've gotten up and you've only had like 4 hours sleep, you'll most likely find that you're going to wake up feeling quite wrecked, and you're just going to want to eat everything that's sugary. It's like the body knows that anything sweet or snack-like is just going to give you an instant hit to pick you up. And the reason why this happens is because poor sleep reduces the satiety hormone leptin, which is our hormone that signals to the brain that we are full. And our hunger hormone ghrelin is increased. So in short, less sleep leads to insulin resistance and a craving towards sugar. The other detrimental effects of poor sleep are that you will suffer from brain fog, lack of focus. You may feel moody and more emotional than usual. And you'll lack the energy to want to go and train. Your food choices will lend themselves towards more sugary snack-type foods as your body is craving a quick energy hit. Poor sleep can also increase inflammation in the body, which can lead to more serious diseases such as cancer. So when you have a decent sleep, growth hormone is activated, melatonin increased, which rises as the sun goes down and signals the body that it's time to rest, and cortisol levels are dropped. So sleep deprivation leads to a disruption in the brain signals, which would otherwise normally help the body to relax, and the reverse effects on hormones start to happen. So what happens is melatonin drops and cortisol rises during the night, which causes disrupted sleeps and waking in the middle of the night to go and grab something to eat. So have you ever had that experience where, in the middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning, you've gotten up and ran to the fridge? All right. It's probably due to the fact that you are already having disrupted sleeps anyway, and your hormones are starting to go a little bit out of whack. Okay. Your growth hormone occurs during the night, and that's what helps you to basically maintain muscle quality as well as burn fat. So that becomes out of whack. All right. And people who undergo stressful situations on a daily basis constantly release adrenaline and cortisol into their bloodstreams. All right. The problem with this is that while adrenaline goes away when the anxiety eases, cortisol lingers in the body and causes people to want to eat more carbohydrates as a means of quenching the empty feeling that was left by the original energy exertion. Typically, weight gain from high cortisol levels tend to collect around the stomach, because fat cells in the stomach are especially sensitive to cortisol and store energy at most. This is where the fat that comes from high cortisol levels tends to accumulate. So the most common way of measuring cortisol levels is via a blood test. However, saliva samples are also an accepted way of determining the levels of cortisol that a given person also has. So salivary cortisol levels have traditionally been shown to be an index of blood cortisol levels. Generally speaking, an individual's highest cortisol levels are typically early in the morning, around 6 to 8 a.m., and lowest are somewhere around midnight. So the role of cortisol, one of the main roles of cortisol is to help us wake up in the morning. So that's why if you go to bed really late, if you're one of those people that are a bit of a night owl and you like to stay up till around 11, midnight, your body is going to naturally want to start to wake you up with the sunlight. So that's where you can really cut your sleep quality short, because naturally the body, the circadian rhythm responds with sunlight. So sunset, sunrise, okay? So just be aware of that. That's why it is, it's a really good idea to do the following. So now we'll talk about, let's look at how you can actually improve your sleeping habits and how it will have a positive impact on your health and results overall, okay? So the first thing you can do, which is really easy, is just set an alarm reminder on your phone to remind you to go to bed before 10:10 every night. All right, studies have shown that due to the sleep cycle, you need to remain in darkness as long as possible in order for those 7 to 8 hours of sleep to be beneficial, because we need them to happen through the night as much as possible. Like I said, if you're going to bed really late and then your 7th or 8th hour is occurring as the sun rises, well, your body's probably going to start to wake you up, okay? And that's where you can fall short. A good example of this is if you've ever gone to a nightclub and you've come home at 5 a.m. and you'd be lucky if you can sleep in for, say, 4 to 5 hours before you wake up all perky at 10 a.m. It's like you've had a 12-hour sleep, you're up, you're ready to go. So that would be primarily due to the fact that you are sleeping through the sunrise, and the body can't really sleep when there's sunlight coming through. All right. And that would also be due to the fact that your cortisol levels are at their highest around 6 to 8 a.m. And, you know, it's just Mother Nature working in line with sunlight as the body is preparing you to wake up. All right. So going to bed and waking up at the same time every single day will create a very healthy circadian rhythm, and your body's natural body clock will have a better balance in hormonal signals such as leptin. So your satiation signal increases before bed to tell the body that you're full, you don't need any more food. And your hunger signal ghrelin decreases before bed. And your growth hormone is actually at its peak to help you continue to lose body fat and maintain healthy muscle growth. So all you need to do is just get yourself some good sleep and the magic will happen overnight. And number 2, sleep in complete darkness. All right, don't sleep with a lamp on or have the light on your phone shining. If your body is exposed to any form of light whatsoever, cortisol levels will be triggered as it thinks that it's sunlight. All right. So good sleeping benefits means you will have improved energy and mood levels, have increased athletic performance, have a sharper focus and concentration towards your work. You become less prone to injury, less likely to want to eat in the middle of the night, and have poor eating habits during the day as well. So everything sort of starts and finishes with a good night's rest. So please don't take it for granted. Make sure you're setting that alarm. Make sure you're going to bed and waking up close to the same time every day. I understand if you're one of those people that does have an early start during the week and has an opportunity to sleep in over a weekend. There's probably nothing wrong with that. But probably not a bad idea to not go to bed super late on the weekend. If, like me, I like to get up at 7 to 8 a.m. on the weekend, and during the week it's usually anywhere between 4 to 6 a.m. Just depends what's happening in my day. But keeping that consistency as much as possible will help your body clock to just know it's time to go to sleep and it's time to wake up, all right? If you're going to bed way too late, your body struggles to just rest. And yeah, the last thing you want is to have your body just constantly running on high energy when you should be wanting to just slow down. So if you have found this video of good value, please make sure that you give us a like or a love. Okay, comment below if you have any questions at all, or give us a hashtag replay below if you are on the replay on this. And if you do have any queries about coaching, please send us a DM. This is for Instagram guys, not for you guys on the Facebook group. Send us a question on the DM, or you can have a look at my other page at Divine Physiques Coaching, the other Instagram coaching page. And if you would like to claim a free copy of my 7-day mini mindset course, absolutely free, you can grab that at askamandahow.com. All right, guys, until next time, I will catch you on the next Mindset Monday. Thanks so much for tuning into today's episode. Please make sure that you grab yourself a free copy of my 7-day mini mindset cheat sheet at askamandahow.com. I repeat, it's askamandahow.com. So my current clients get access to the full 6-week course, but today I wanted you to have the first week absolutely free. So in this cheat sheet, I will show you how to understand why change is so difficult, uncover where your priorities are currently at, understand how this may be affecting your ability to ultimately achieve the body and the life you've been dreaming of. And also you'll be given a little homework task there to help you put into practice what you will learn about yourself in the next 7 days. Also, if you are interested in online or face-to-face coaching, you can book yourself in for a free 15-minute discovery call. That link is also below. So check that out if you wish to elevate your training and mindset to the next level. Thanks again for joining me on the show today, and I'll catch you on the next episode.